Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Ken Faulkner, and I'm back in the saddle, and my brain's back in my head. Uh, Been at Blade Show West over the weekend, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it gets me gets me all rattled. I'm telling you, I did a bunch of videos. I'm gonna put those out. I'm gonna start popping those out today of some of the booths. Working on it. I'm not great. I mean, I'm not doing interviews because I don't have a mic, to help. And I don't know. I just don't have the confidence up. I'm working on it. You know, you gotta give me time because I'm a little slow, a little lazy on things. I do have that handheld thing. I kind of actually figured it out halfway through the show. So anyway, those are up and coming, but it's just the qualities. They're just kind of a show you what it looks like basically. Little commentary from me, nothing really that groundbreaking or anything. But anyway, I'm here with a new knife. The drought, the not buying of knives is over, and it paid off with some great knives. I was able to pick up some really cool ones that I wanted, and then I just kind of had a little left over. After that, was able to kind of get some stuff. I could have spent twice as much, easy, easy. Even though it's a smaller show, Blade Show West. But first place I went, and so the first video coming back of a kind of review. I've carried it a bit, Of course, obviously, I want to get this thing in my pocket right away. And you saw it if you saw the ones that had the hauls, you've seen this one, so you kind of know what's coming here. But we're gonna look at that in detail. We got the box. So this is a modern folder, modern timeless design. It is timeless. I mean, knives are timeless, right? Knives. You got the story back here. I think most people are familiar with this. It's a great little story to kind of talk about, where Jack Wolf is coming from. And so, if unless I'm incorrect, this is the first of the modern ones that came in this tube. Although I didn't get the last collab that he did. I did not get that. I don't get all the Jack Wolf knives. But this one has the tube. And that's cool. So if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But this is the first one I've gotten in the tube, I believe. I could be totally wrong, but anyway, here it is, the Scuffle. This is a collaboration, and let's see if it says who it's collaborating with, because I just didn't even pay attention to it. Sometimes I don't get into the details. Yeah, I probably should have come up with who he collab. JW collab. Jack Wolf collab. And he's been doing a lot of those lately, which is really cool. And he makes sure that you know that he's collaborating. He's actually got some American-made knives, but most of the stuff is coming from China. But he's got some that I think it's LT Wright, he collabed with. I saw those, some just a little fixed blades. I talked to him. He's always so nice to me, Ben. And the rest of the crew that works with him at the shows are always very cool. Anyway, Ben's always been nice, and I can have a conversation with him. I love to hear where his mind is with what he's doing and things like that, and it's fun. And in my experience, just a great guy, a really great guy. He's just very easy to talk to. So there's multiple versions. And I'm not the kind of guy who's going to flash them across the screen, but I did get the black ice one. There's lots of people that did these, before they came out. We're showing you all the ones. Lefty's definitely a big one that showed them. I think even B's got this one. He hasn't really. I think it was the first time he's done a Jack Wolf knife, and there it is. Very cool. So I was excited about this before I even went to the show. So, there's always a few that I list out that I want to look at when I'm at the show. And this was the first booth that I went to because I really, really like this one. I do have a couple others from him. Not all of them, again. Let's see. This is the first one I got. Let's show this one. This is the Bionic Jack. and it is very cool. It looks more, if you look at the difference between the two, this one looks more like a slip joint, and this one is the bionic because it was related to the cyborg jack. So before the recent collabs, he was putting out some locking knives. It's a nice bolster lock in there that were kind of similar vibe to other knives that he put out as slip joints. So it's kind of interesting to see the how he went. I think this was really cool. I like the idea. You know, there's a lot of people collecting them, and then probably collecting like the different ones, because he does have the fixed blades, which are cool too. I don't have any of those out here today, but I have two of those. I got two of these. This one is the Diamondback Jack, and also similar. I can't remember which one this one was modeled after. Oh well. You don't come here for a lot of detailed information. You just come here to hear about a collector and how he, and hopefully I'm not the only one collecting knives that, you know, doesn't have all these facts laid out. I know a lot of YouTubers are really good about getting all that stuff together. Like I said, I'm a bit lazy, and really this channel is more about just the normal collecting thing. You can, you know, and I know that people in the comments, there's some great people in the comments that will give me all these details because they do have them. But not everybody does, I don't think. Maybe I'm the only one. Anyway, the Diamondback is very cool. And it also has that bolster lock. And they're all in S90V, which is a great steel. I really like that has been maintained. Early slip joints were in M390, and then he switched over to S90V, and since then it's been a thing. So, another new thing from the show, back out a little bit. I've been kind of, last time I got the Knife Joy mat, and now I got this Heretic Knives. I'm thinking that, like, as I go to shows, I'll kind of collect these things, and then I'll have different kinds of backgrounds. I kind of like to mix it up, not have the same thing all the time. But this was pretty cool. I definitely want to, I got one Heretic knife. I want to get more, but I ran out of money before I could pick up anything from them because they are pricey. Speaking of pricey, this one is basically $350, $349.99. But that's the same price as he has done with all his locking knives. I would argue that potentially that this one has a little bit more going on to it, into it than these do, but maybe not. I mean, because it does have that cool bolster, but it is definitely that you can see the size. Okay, the size difference is definitely there. So we're talking about, I think this is like about 3.5-inch blade, and this one's closer to like 3.25. Not that, but you can actually see more. I know it's in the back. Oops, sorry about that. Anyway, there's the size of the dimensions this way, and the length a little bit longer. So anyway, he's keeping the same price, even with this new design, and it's cool. He's got the little Jack Wolf symbol there, and then there's this must be who he is collabing with, and maybe I'll put it in the comments if I can figure it out. I kind of thought it would be on the tube or the box. No. Okay, but anyway, the handle material is Kyanite, black ice. So look at that. And I was thinking about it, and I realized that with all the knives that I bought from him, I did not have one with Kyanite. I had that chaotic resin, which is similar. I had the a couple of them that had kind of a resiny kind of thing, but not a Kyanite up till now. But it is beautiful. He always picks out the greatest material for his knives. And the OEMs always do such an amazing job, whoever it is. It's like the mystery. It's one of the big mysteries with Jack Wolf is who does the OEM. And I've never heard, I've heard people guess, but I have not heard anybody that, you know, you would think would be reliable. I've never asked him. I totally honor his whole mystique to it. I think that's great. I think it's part of the fun. It's got a milled titanium pocket clip. It's a pretty stiff. Little bit of resistance going in the pocket, I felt, but nothing that concerns me. Also, it's basically like a frame lock, uh, because if you call this like an overlay, it's kind of like a frame lock because it does go all the way. It's not like one of those inset liner locks where it's bolted into the inside, and you really wouldn't want to use the Curonite as a structural thing because it is can be kind of brittle. So they did a really nice job with it, limiting the amount of screws out here. It's just one screw and the pivot. I've seen it disassemble. A lefty disassembled it, so if you want to see that. And it's very interesting how they did it because they had some threaded inserts into the Curonite, which I think is a brilliant idea. Anyway, this has that frame bolster kind of lock thing where when you grab it, you are putting pressure onto the lock bar, making it a tighter and stronger lock. Let's see how it's pretty early lockup, maybe 10% to 20%. I'm not big on doing this kind of stuff, but I haven't had any issues with it for the time that I've been using it. I really like this fuller. Of course, the grinds and the hollow grind on the blade are always fantastic with Jack Wolf. He also has kind of opened up this area to make it really easy to get to the lock. Nice and thick on the lock, and just very easy. And maintaining the beauty. He's always, focused on the look, even the look of the tube. We also got the little pog. We got the two guys. I think somebody said that the other guy's a possum and a jack and a wolf, and they're looking like they're gonna get into it, I guess. We got the little foam thing that's always there, just kind of keep it safe during the shipping. We got the troll candy, also safe while shipping, although S90V has got some great corrosion resistance. Then we got these stickers. We got two stickers. I'll just get one out and see what it looks like. Quick draw. Oh yeah, very cool. So I guess this is the possum and that's the wolf. So they're having a showdown. So very cool. Just consistent with it. It seems like it's the same tube. He managed to fit it in. I don't know. Maybe he had to upgrade it. I know that he tries to give this consistent quality. The artwork is fabulous as always. And the blade shape is what I've heard, and I kind of like it, and I kind of agree with it. Someone said that it looked like a Bowie knife and was based on a Bowie knife. And I think it is. I love that long clip up on the top. I really like the lines of the handle here as it comes up. For one thing, it is tapered out at the end, so it gives you good retention. Curonite's not exactly grippy, and it doesn't have any texture to it, so it's very slick. But with that taper, it definitely holds you in. You do have that flipper tab, which is the first for this knife. That's very well done. You can see it's got the jimping everywhere you want it to be, and it does grab very well. And it does flip well. Although, for me, I'm normally going to go here. But I do like a flipper tab. One of the reasons I like a flipper tab is because it will allow you to have a little bit of a guard. Not so much to protect your finger, but to keep you from sliding up on the knife. So it kind of gives you that pinch point where you have some traction. The sharpening choil definitely has plenty of room for sharpening, but it's not really a finger thing. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't hold it this way, but it feels really good like this because the handle is a little bit bigger than some of his other knives. So definitely full size knife, and yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. So anyway, the line on the back, you get this kind of coming across, and it's flat across the whole top. And I like that. And then it clips down, and it gives a little bit of that canted forward kind of feel. It's really nice. Great for cutting. It feels like there's a little bit of that, like a recurve. I mean, not that it has a recurve, but the way a recurve or was that? What's the one? Like a the leaf shaped ones. Never mind. I'm still a little out of it. This is pretty much normal me, but I'm still a little bit out of it from the show. Shilling cutter, that's what I was thinking of. The way it kind of, the blade goes down slightly so that when you're cutting, it holds your material in the cut rather than let it slide out towards the tip. Yeah, really, really, really nice. All of the different models that he has are all very, very nice. This is just the one I ended up picking. I didn't really decide until I got there. That back spacer is really nice, but then I sat and looked at them. That's a great thing about. It's got good grippy jipping. It's not real aggressive where it's going to pull off skin off your finger, but when you put a little pressure on it, it definitely holds in place, and it's very nice. I appreciate all the people that come to the shows to show their wares, to show their knives, and all the other things that they have. They have a lot of, for the people who are making knives, they got a lot of materials and tools and things like that. And then you get the guys that have like the fixed blades that are beautiful, like art pieces. Anyway, I just appreciate that people take the time to come out. I know I've talked to a few of them over the years saying how it's pretty tiring to be there and be standing a lot, but it's so great to be able to talk to them, and they talk with us, and it keeps them connected with their customer. But more than anything, just being able to look at the knife. I see it, and like you're seeing it now on the camera, and like the 3D of the Cure Knight is just amazing. But you don't really know how it's going to connect with you, like emotionally, until you see it live in person. And that's what I've found as I go through the shows. And we don't have any local. There is one that I know of, but it's pretty far away. It's not like right around the corner or anything like that. So it's just great, and there's so many knives, even in a smaller show like Blade West. So many knives. So anyway, I appreciate Ben from Jack Wolf and his team for coming out and letting us have the opportunity to catch the stuff in person and talk to them about their knives. That's part of the fun. After I run out of money, I just go around talking to people about their knives, and especially like the small, like the custom makers. There's a lot of people doing CNC and talking to them about that. It's pretty exciting stuff. And then there's still people that make them by hand, and they're hand grinding and everything. And the pride that they have, all the way from the production guys up to the guy that just gets a piece of steel out in his garage and or whatever shop he has, and takes it from a plain piece of material and makes a knife out of it. All these people have a great pride. And I think Jack Wolf and Ben should have a lot of pride in this collaboration, and I wish I had that information for you. But anyway, I don't remember even hearing it from somebody else. Probably did, from some of the better informational YouTube people. But for me, I'm more about the look, and the details kind of get lost in my head. But every time I pick it up, I get to appreciate the look of the knife and how great it is. The action is awesome. Even Lefty was talking about how he didn't need to change out. They had done something with the bearings that was similar to skiffs, and you know how much he loves skiffs. He did, show a skiff of the same size, and it did have more balls, but he was just very happy with the action. If you see his video, and I certainly am as well. Just the way it drops, it's just so nice. It's not going to cut off your finger, but it's just going to just slowly go down and click in there. Very nice knife. Okay, so enough talking. I'm back in the saddle here. Got lots of knives to go through. I'm already kind of in line on that the pinch grip one from Numb Knives. So I'm hoping to pick up one of those pretty soon as well. So yeah, we're gonna start rolling through them. We'll also be getting some giveaways going. I got some knives from the show that I'm planning on giving away. I have to kind of figure it out. I know I got stuff over in the box. I haven't looked at it in a while. I'm sorry, I've been kind of slacking on that, but I'll get back to it. So keep an eye out. Hopefully next weekend I'll announce that stuff. So keep an eye. So enough talking, and thanks for watching, guys. And we got lots of good stuff from Blade Show West. So I will see you on the next one. Bye.